Hey guys, I just thought we've been trying to film some videos this afternoon and I hit a bit of a brick wall, so I thought I would just do a live video and see if I could get some of you guys to let me know what your thoughts were about LAV mics, wind protection and things like that. I just wanted to show some of the techniques that we use and I've been using for LAV mics. And I think the first one I wanted to just run through is a rig we were doing with a COS 11, just like a really simple one we were doing at a LAV workshop the other day. Hey guys, hey Eric, how's it going, man? Eric from Hyder Mics just joined. Eric, is the quality of this okay? Can you hear me okay? Because I've got really crappy reception down here, and if this is like lagging, let me know, and I'll try and get my Wi-Fi box a bit closer. But hey everyone, thank you for tuning in on a Saturday. We've been filming some videos this afternoon and I keep screwing them up, so I thought I'd do a live video and see if that's any better. But I've got some stuff here and I thought maybe if you guys let me know if there are some particular rigs that have been a bit of a challenge or things that you'd like to share with me, when we can go over a few LAV techniques. The thing I've been talking about right now is just a really simple one that we've been doing at a workshop, where we've cut a circle out of the middle of a sticky like that and then use this as a kind of the basis of quite a few rigs. And basically I was showing that you can just do that really easily by taking a sticky, folding it over itself. This is a bit craft DIY, but a GCSE in art helped me quite a lot in being able to do this neatly. But you don't have to make it so perfect. But like, yeah, hey man. So yeah, a circle cut out in the middle of a sticky and then peel it off, and then what I'd do here is I'd stick it to like a first circle. So I'm going to stick it to the back there. Problem with these is they're a little bit, the backing sort of, I don't know, you've really got to press it down hard to make sure it sticks, otherwise it can peel off. And when you unpeel it, you just got to be really careful here. And now what I've done sometimes is just taking the mic just sort of like there and then folding it over on itself, very fluffy, folding it over on itself like that, and then stick the sides down. And that in itself is quite a straightforward way to put fluff all the way around a microphone, and it's almost kind of created a little ball, and that's stuck nicely on, so even if I'm pulling on that, it's not coming off. And that's like a nice low profile thing that you can rig between the layers on a shirt, or even put that in a tie, because you can squish that into a tie. It will go really low profile, but yeah, it will provide a bit of wind protection. So that's a neat little thing. But I also wanted to show some other ways that you can use like stickies with holes in, because with the Hyder mic stuff you can also sort of use this technique and it's really effective. So I'll just sort of take this out here, and you can see the sticky hasn't gone over the mic. It's just created a little space inside for sort of the mic to sit without like wind jumping on it too much. So a lot of people I know, they use the Hyder mic stuff. I think it can be really useful. So get the COS, wang it in there. You've got to press them pretty hard so they don't come out. And the key here is that the mic itself, which material is that black one? Is that the black, this thing, mate, is that's the first circle. That's how they look. They come like that. So the Hyder mic is quite good because it keeps the mic itself in free air inside the mount. So basically, but one thing it doesn't do particularly is wind protection. So I wanted to show you some ways you can wind protect this unit. And the best way I've found is with a bit of a stretchy wind protection. This is a soft circle that we do. So these soft circles, again, you can use these stickies. Peel off the sticky like that, and then stick that to the back of the soft circle, and then peel that off. So you can see there's sort of like a sheen around the edges but nothing in the middle. And now to wind protect this the guy is I just sort of stick it around the back there, not over the grill. And now the key here is that you can stretch a soft circle. So I'm just stretching it over the mount itself, and now I'm just going to stick it down on the sides there. So now like a little twist works better, does it? All right. All right, Eric. Ooh. And so now, like, yeah, you've got fabric covering the grill there, fabric covering the front. It's clear down there, and that can sit inside a tie And yeah, that's quite a quick way of doing that. And you can do the same thing with a shirt holder as well. It's a little bit smaller, you end up with a little bit more excess, but yeah, you can cover around a hider mic like that. What do you reckon, Eric? And yeah, so I'll take that off. I want to show you something else as well, which is kind of cool. You can use this same technique on, like, you know, on DPA microphones and stuff. So you can do the same sort of thing. You could put that in there like that, get a bit of sticky, and then just stick that onto the back. Ooh. Stick that there. And then again, you can take like a little one of these circles and apply that to the back, in this case of like a plush circle, like that. And so, like, yeah, you can use different layers of fur. So you could use a soft circle or full fur or a plush circle. And then that, say I wanted to stick that onto my skin, I just peel off the back. Put that there. And then if I wanted to wind protect that, take what we just prepared, put it over the top like that, stick it down the sides, and just press it over the top, creating a little bit of a gap there. And that's quite a nice simple way of like post, you know, you might stick the sticky down and then realize later, I want to wind protect it, and that's a quick way to just wind protect a rig you've already set up. You could also just sort of fold it over the top like that as well. Maybe you'd want to put another sticky there. There's quite a few different ways that you could rig that. Like if you wanted to, you could just get a bigger one of our regular stickies like this, stick that like that, and then everything would stick down together, and then you would approach the actor, unpeel that, and then that will be ready to stick. So yeah, it's kind of different ways you can do it, quicker ways or slightly slower ways. But either way, I think that's quite a good one because there's a much bigger surface area there for the stick to hold the whole rig down. So that's quite effective. I wanted to show you something really cool with the Rycote Windjammer. That I think the Rycote Windjammers are really effective in like super high wind. You guys have probably seen these, right? Like this is a big old ball, but you could hide this if you're working in a jacket, really windy conditions. You could definitely get that like behind a zipper or something. These are really great for high winds. So this is the Rycote Windjammer. But what I think is the problem with them is, I know they come with like a bit of foam, but if you try and put a mic in there, then, you know, there's nothing stopping the mic from coming straight out. And yeah, you could put the mic in there with a gag, but still, like, I think it can come out really quite easily. So one thing I want to show you guys is that you can use foamies and use them in conjunction with these products. And I'll just show you one way of doing that. So this is a regular size foamy, and I just put the cap on it. And basically what you can do is you can take like the foamy and just kind of push it over the end of the mic like that. Foamy itself doesn't actually provide much in the way of wind protection, but it does stop the mic. So the wind gag's in there, it's kind of stretched around the wind gag, and that actually will stop the rather coarse interior of this from rubbing against the mic itself. And if I can jam this inside, it will mean that the whole thing doesn't come out as well, because it just creates this kind of bigger mass inside, which will really stop it from being pulled out of this unit. So I'm just wedging it in there now. That's fitting quite neatly. And now, yeah, that's cool. That's solid. And now what you do is you take some sticky tape. I'm just going to get some off a roll. So like, yeah, maybe, yeah, you just sort of approach someone, and then the only bit you'd need to stick down now is just there, just directly below the microphone itself. And you'd leave all of that without sticky over it so you don't damage the fur. And now if I pull there, the mic's not coming out. And that in itself, it creates a nice bit of space around the microphone itself. so stuff doesn't rub against it, and so that's a good wind protection right there. Obviously it's a bit big, but you know, if you need big, if you're out on the sea or you're doing really windy stuff, then you're just going to need like a proper full-on surround for the mic. And these wind protections are great, but without something inside it to keep it from like being pulled out, then that's where a foamy can come in handy. And also I'd really recommend using these grills as well. They really help add a little bit of extra protection. So what else can we talk about? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? I've got some of Eric's hair clips here that we've been using at the events quite a lot. These have been really effective. When we've been using these, we've just been sort of winding the mic in them like this, and then that just sort of goes in one side of someone's hair. So if, say, their ear's here, you just kind of put that in the hair right by someone's, right, and then another one would go about here, and it would just kind of like click in, and then they do this, and that kind of holds it in place. You see the clips are kind of flat now, so they're loose. They go in the hair. Once it's kind of wedged in the hair, it clicks like that and it holds it in place. And they're really easy to rig. So I'll take that out. And it's surprisingly how good they can sound, so long as the mic itself is like kind of not too far away from, you know, not too far back on the head. What else would be useful to show? Yeah, one thing we've been doing a lot of recently is using the Vamp Clips. And I really rate these Vamp Clips. Is there some URSA tape banging around? Some black URSA tape. Cool. So yeah, I really think these are quite cool. You can get different kinds of from LMC. Like this one here is for a DPA, and this one's for a COS, so a slightly bigger hole. But yeah, I'd recommend using these. And one way you can use them, I get a COS 11 here. So basically you can rig these with a COS 11, and then if I still got that gag, that's a great rig. But the problem is you don't really want to be spearing anyone with these. So basically one really easy way to avoid that is to put the actual Vamp Clips itself through a bit of tape. In this case we're using URSA tape. Just sort of pushes inside it like that. And now what I'll do is I'll just chop that. You can see the actual Vamp Clips themselves. If the actor were to take that off themselves, you wouldn't get pinned, you know, by the sharp pins of the Vamp Clip. But the properties of the Vamp Clip, the real value of the Vamp Clip is that the microphone itself is very much separated from what it's being stuck to. So if this was like a horrible noisy fabric, then you avoid being too close to that and having any of the effect of that noisy fabric on the mic. And in the same sense, it kind of creates separation from things you might be rubbing against. So I'd really recommend using these things if you're really up against it on costumes. They're very easy to apply once you've got sticky tape on them. And again, we can do that thing where you take a soft circle and you get one of these stickies where we've cut the middle out of the sticky, and you can just kind of peel that off, stick that like that. Now I found this to be a really good quick wind protection method for these, because now I've got that, and that can kind of do this. So I kind of stick it like that and then press it down like that, and that is a wind protection solution that actually works really well. It just surrounds the cap with, it's already got a Windjammer on and a wing cap thing, and it just surrounds that with a soft circle. So yeah, I think that's a good solution. What do you guys think? I'll just peel it off so the focus is a bit all over the place. Or you can sort of do this, or it can sort of fold underneath a bit more and stick to the back. How do I show that? I'll peel this off my skin first. Alright, it can just sort of peel around like that. So it just sort of surrounds the cap, you know? And then that can stick to skin. Like that. So these are all ways that you can sort of use stickies with holes in as wind protection. What else would be useful? We had one thing we were using quite a lot at the events. Yeah, my stream is super laggy. I'm in a really crappy internet place. I'll have to see afterwards. Are you guys able to watch this, or is it really, really laggy? We use this stuff called Kinzo Tape. This is really, really cool. I'd recommend this, you guys, if you want to use a new kind of tape. It's got like a breathable stretch, so you can actually stick a mic over this, and it doesn't kind of muffle the mic, and it also really hides the mic because it's completely black. So yeah, I'll try that if you guys are interested in trying a new kind of black tape. It's called Kinzo Tape, and this has been really cool. Stretchy, very low profile, matte, non-shiny. Cool. What else? Let's see, cable. Right. I think I'm going to call it a wrap there. Thanks guys for tuning in.